Well, that sleep was much better. I got a sleeping bag from Scott because he got a new one. This one didn't fit him. And I got a beanie as well. So I was actually comfortable. I got a good night's sleep. But then I was woken up by what's in the background there. Sound of engines. That's combined sedans. Practicing. I think it's time to get up. Bloody Velcro.
Quite a number of portions.
Alright, so Friday practice. Mostly practice. This gives me an opportunity to just go around the top of the mountain and see where the best places are for doing the best shots, basically. I'm on the run up to McPhillamy Park right now, and we're just about to start the first Bathurst 12-hour practice session. We've already had combined sedans and Group S, the historics. They should be coming up any second now. We'll see what happens.
Once again, for the mid morning, Bathurst 12 hours. Delighted. Perfect day to go motor racing.
I don't know if you can see that, but that's a marshal waving a red flag down there. I don't know what that's for. Okay, well, apparently it was red flag because one of the Porsches had a wheel come off coming out of the pits. The session's green again, so for the next, I don't know, 20 minutes, I'm just gonna see what's going on.
Just the lineup, and thankfully Alex is available, and he's still a silver, so we're excited. We're all get up.
So back at the campsite, the main 12-hour practice session is going on just over that way towards the track. And more than anything, I'm just glad that the Bentleys are finally here, because I mean, if you haven't heard what happened to them, it's crazy. The ship that had their equipment and cars on it, first the engine broke down in the middle of the ocean, and then they happened upon a tropical storm. So, not good. But now they're out there, and hopefully they do okay. They're kind of my favourite GT3 cars. So here's hoping. Went into town, got myself a hoodie.
Having a piece of warm clothing made my day much more pleasurable. Funny that. Our group decided to then go down to the bottom of the circuit and see what kind of merch and displays there were.
This here is the road car zone. We got the Porsches, we got the Mercs, we got the Audis, and bam! The new Aston. Look at this thing. That's the combined sedan race going on there.
Now on our third place.
Stage makeup for utes. Calamari and chips. $50 for a cab, no thank you.
Performance there for Carl Begg. That wraps up race number 1 for the Sky Sands combined.
Pit buildings now. That's the chase, the exit of the chase behind me. Run up to Murray's corner, and I'm right there on pit straight. You can hear everything. It's fantastic. That's what really gets me about this event, just the fact that there's so many sights and sounds. And like, I know the 1000 is its own beast, but I feel like this is just something else. Something feels different about this event. Look, that was one of the Bentleys. Alright, that's enough fun and games. I'm gonna have to leave the paddock for now because I'm getting called back to my ride because we're gonna go and have some lunch. And I've just realised my face is very close to the camera. That's a bit better. Look, marked cars. Okay, that is cool. Very cool. No, I'm not jumping the fence. I'm looking at this beauty.
Thank you.
Wow. That is awesome. Lunchtime's over, time to film some radicals. That's a dust devil. A whirlwind down there. That's fucking cool. Looks like it's dissipating. Yeah, it's going through those trees. Wow. Never seen one that big before. Oh no, it's back. It's moving through. It's going to go over the gravel trap at the chase. Wait for it. There we go. It's picking up. Wow. Fuck, that's crazy. I'm coming to you from the inside of my tent at about 12:30 in the morning, Saturday. One of my teammates, Warren, arrived this evening on the train, and we had this really funny welcome for him. Scott came up with the idea on the way here of
drawing up like a VIP sign. So as he came in on the train, he saw it and he just cracked up. This was the first time any of us had met him.
There he is.
Must be someone else.
Hey Warren, how are you?
Buddy, good to meet you.
Good to meet you.
I'm Scotty. How are you? Good, man. And you? Good?
So we got him back to the campsite. Everything went absolutely swimmingly. He got set up, socialised with everyone, met everyone for the first time, basically. And after some time chilling, I said I felt like going out onto the track because it was nighttime. The track was open, basically. You could walk it if you wanted, and he came along with me. We walked from McPhillany Park down to Forest Elbow and back again. Now, Warren had never been to Bathurst before. This is his first time here. Number one, first time. And he was absolutely awestruck by the track. And he went through all of the same things that I went through when I came here for the first time in 2015. Just realizing that this place is that Sims don't do it justice, that TV and photos don't do it justice. I don't have any footage of my walk with him because I didn't bring any of my equipment, but I can tell you right now, seeing his face light up as we traversed every new corner, him laughing and me laughing along with him, just at the fact that, this was happening, and the wonderment that he experienced, like he was a little kid again. It was just me and him out there on the track, walking together with a beer, having a drink at Forest Elbow. And I basically watched a guy's dreams come true tonight. And that was very, very moving. It moved me. Oh, it's qualifying day. Tomorrow or later this morning. So I better get some sleep. I'll see you then. Car's keeping up with him.
he's not only keeping up, he can probably overtake a couple.
Yeah. I've just had a watershed moment in my YouTube career, if you could call it that.
One of my subscribers, his name's Matt, he contacted me on Twitter before I went and asked if he could get my autograph. And I talked about this in the How to Ruin a Racetrack Daytona video. He met up with me today and I signed his wheel. He brought his wheel along for me to sign. I was absolutely blown away just by his passion for my content. It's never happened to me before, and my head's still spinning from that. So thank you for that experience, Matt. And yeah, hope you enjoy the signed wheel. While we watch this absolutely scintillating footage of a radical being recovered after an incident in the race shortly after, I just want to point out that shortly thereafter, Matt brought along a couple of his other friends as well. One of them, Jai, got a photo with me as well, and it was awesome to meet up with them and, you know, just really put a face to the people who view my channel. It was fantastic to meet up with you guys, and yeah, hopefully I might see you again sometime, maybe at the 12 Hour next year. What you're watching here is race 3 of Combined Sedans, which was the final support category race for the weekend. And if you want variety and excess, this is the category for you, seriously. We got 55 cars here in 3 classes. We've got space frame, chassis, and V8 touring car, all operating more or less under the Sports Sedans banner, I think. Among the space frame competitors, you had Stephen Lacey in his Chevy Camaro, or what used to be a Chevy Camaro anyway. You got Chris Begg in a 3.2 litre BMW E46. You got a bunch of ex-V8 supercars competing. In the middle of it all, you've got a Mini Cooper S driven by Ian McDougall. And I'm not quite sure how that works, but the Sports Sedans regulations are super free. Categories like this are why I love Australian motorsports so much. An absolutely awesome race, awesome sound, awesome category.
Qualifying's over.
Shootout time. Probably start with McPhillamy for the first half and then go down to the S's for the second. Go Bentley. Yeah, right. That's a split. Whoa! Next up, Robin Frines in the Audi. Come on, Mostert. Come on, mate. Well, that last car you saw was the Audi driven by Kelvin van der Linde. And myself and Kelvin actually go back a bit. Here he is. Here he is coming through the S's on his cool-down lap. I actually raced against Kelvin, or at the very least in the same field as him. He was very quick back in the Race 07 and R Factor days, a Touring Pro Series in particular. And it's cool to see him here. So Kelvin, if you're watching this, Sheldon too, shout out to you. Remember you guys competing against each other and with each other. And I can't do any word things right now. I'm very tired. But good job, mate. You put it second. Good stuff. After the shootout session had concluded with Chaz Mostert setting a fantastic pole lap in his BMW, it was time to go back to the campsite and chill out. If you're an iRacer and you use the Arduino pit board, then the name Brock Kremer will be very familiar to you guys. Brock is a member of my team. He's actually the president of Fusion Sim Racing at the moment, and he decided to turn up on the Saturday, a bit of a last-minute thing, to watch the 12-hour with us. He'd recently acquired a drone, DJI Mavic Pro, and with that, he took some fantastic shots of the top of the mountain. Fucking hell. Wow! And finally, Craig and his wife Amy, who is also super cool, made us all pasta. That was really nice of them. We all went to bed as early as we could because tomorrow would be the big day.
Like a drifter. Oh no. It's like a half-remembered memory, right?
Pasta's pretty firm.
You want al dente.
You want al
very much.
dente?
Alright.
Nice try coming at me from that angle, where I'm strongest.